You've heard of the Hatfields, you've heard of the McCoys. Well, what about a place called Hatfields that has the real McCoy? We're going to enjoy some burgers inside Hatfields. This place has been around since the 60s. Let's go.
Well done.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. What can I do for you?
Choices, because they have barbecue, but obviously we're here for the burgers.
That's right.
We'll
It's
come
too
back
early
to the
for Is it too early for barbecue?
No.
Never too early for
No.
We do
barbecue.
barbecue for breakfast.
We could definitely do it for breakfast, but I'm gonna stick with the burger.
Yes.
I'm told you have a fantastic char burger.
Willie's Char.
What is it called?
Willie's Char.
Willie's?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's got mayonnaise, pickles, onions, and a char sauce. It was like Willie's.
Can I get the sauce on the side?
You can.
And are the patties thin or thick?
Well, what we have is they have quarter pound, third pound, and half pound.
So I'm not
if you
good with
want
math,
thick,
so
you
I'm
can
gonna
do
have
half
to
pound.
consult my attorney.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of meat. Half pound is.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I want the smallest one.
Just
I
not
was
like a
strong.
quarter
We'll take.
Quarter pound.
Is that
or
the
third
smallest
pound.
one?
Yeah, quarter pound is the smallest
I'm
one.
good.
Unless you want a kid size. I don't think you
No,
want kid size.
no. You know, we are filming, so you know it'd be embarrassing. Give me 5 kid size. No, I'll take the. Yeah, no, I'll take the. Let me get the smallest one of that one.
Okay.
What kind of? Do you have tater tots? French fries? What do you have?
Tater tots, onion rings, French
Oh
fries.
wow! Look at that.
Different.
I'm too tall to see. Okay, I'll take tater tots.
Okay. And how about yourself?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go feta
Okay.
with no mayo or pickle.
And do you want what size do you want?
I'll get the quarter. This place has been in business since the 60s, and your family's been a part of it for a good chunk of that.
Yeah. Me and my wife worked for my parents when they owned this one at 61st and Sheridan. And actually, my mother-in-law was running this one, and me and my wife were running the other restaurant. She was in a car wreck, so we were just kids. We felt like it was too much for us to run 2 restaurants. And so we sold this one to a man named Howard Hatfield, and that's how it became Hatfields. Then when he retired, me and my wife bought this one up. So, which when we got out of the restaurant business first time, we swore we'd never get back in it.
Kind of like a hip hop business. All right. High five.
So anyway, we bought it. We've been here 23 years now.
So how long were you out of the business?
76 to 20 years.
20 years. What did you do during that time? Just
I was a musician a little bit of the time. I was a mechanic a little bit of the time. That was basically it.
that's all you need right there. Music and somebody to work on the car and somebody to cook the food. I mean, you got it all. From your previous experience working in restaurants, when you came back, was it like riding a bike, or was it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, there was times when I didn't think I would, but I actually missed it, especially in the kind of like the heat of battle, in the rush. You know, trying to keep up and doing that. It was a challenge.
And you said this was a Tasty Freeze at one time.
Exactly.
When was it a Tasty Freeze?
In 1964.
1964.
Yeah, it was originally built in '64. A lady by the name of Meyer Craig put it in, and then after Meyer Craig, Mort Tanner called it Tanner's Drive-In. Then when Mort Tanner sold it to my parents, it became Golden Burger. And then when Howard Hatfield bought it, he had originally owned a Tasty Freeze, and he came and changed this to Hatfields. Then when he retired, me and my wife bought it.
Now, when you guys did this previously, was there also a barbecue? Is that something you've added?
No,
Is
that
something
Howard Hatfield added the
he
barbecue.
added the barbecue, and you guys kept it going?
Right.
Kind of the same. You stick with the same formula and recipes that he had.
No, actually
your
everything is our own.
Everything's your own.
Everything is our own, yeah.
You try to change that up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
What would you say is the most popular thing you guys serve?
It depends on who you ask. Everybody has their favorites. We've had people drive from Bartlesville for our drip beef. People come from Muskogee for our barbecue. People from West Tulsa for our burgers. Then you can go a mile away from us and people never heard of us.
You look at this corridor and there's a ton of burger joints.
Oh yeah. And
Was
they're
it
good.
popping at one point? I mean, back in the day, was it? It looks like it was a.
Oh yeah,
big,
until the
busy
expressway
thoroughfare.
went in, this was,
What year did that go in?
I guess that would have went in 69 or 70 back in there.
As old as me. Older than you.
A little bit older than me, yeah.
Not by much.
What would you say the secret is to your burgers? The secret that you can actually reveal? Like, what is it that makes your burgers so good?
We make our own spices for them. And of course we use the char grill, and we've got experience, years and years of experience. I won't say how old Carla is, but a lot of experience.
I think she's probably
Yeah,
Glad
you're
that
lucky. Lucky doesn't say how. Got your potato burger.
Right.
And really, since you had it dry,
Yeah.
Erwin has got mayonnaise and the char sauce.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
And here's the ketchup. You need anything else?
No, I think we're good. I'm going to hand the bill to my friend there.
Oh my goodness.
Go pretty good.
Oh, wow, that's stacked with onions. That was so good. Sauce and onions on this thing.
Nice. Come have a seat. Join us. And tell us about what we're doing right here. Tell me the story again about the burger I'm eating. The burger I'm eating is a char burger. For those who don't know what a char burger is.
It's cooked on our char grill. Now you had the Willie's burger.
Yeah.
Willie's was a restaurant that's long gone now, but it was famous for its char sauce
And that's in
its char
Tulsa?
burger. Uh-huh.
Where in Tulsa was Willie's?
It was at King and Sheridan. And people in this neck of the woods all remember that. So we started making that burger for the people, and a lot of people come in for the nostalgia.
Yep. Tastes good.
And then this is the Theta burger, which, I mean, that's sauce. Wow.
Now you make your own sauce? Or?
Yes.
There's nothing like breakfast for... There's nothing like burgers for breakfast. You should try it sometime.
Oh,
Where'd
I
you
do
buy
all
it?
the time.
I'm saying.
That's how I got this figure.
Burgers by burger.
This is usually the part of the show where things get really quiet for a minute.
So good.
Well, that sounds good to me then.
Okra?
Try one of those.
Yeah.
Real tender. That's good.
Okra's hit or miss for me. I didn't know what okra was when I came here from California. Never heard of it.
I have a lot of people that come in from up north that don't know what okra is. And then some of the families that come to Tulsa have family reunion come here just for the okra.
Now, forgive me because I'm stuffing my face and talking at the same time, but all okra is not created equal. And if it's slimy, I don't like it. If it's like this, I like it. I don't like it to be too, you know, it's gotta have some like, I don't know.
This, like, you can just
Yeah.
bite right through it, and it's just
Just odd.
tender, perfect.
It almost tastes like zucchini, in a way. And you do zucchini as well, huh? So you're a burger place first or a rib place first? Or just always been both?
Well, we actually burger place first. But there again, it depends on who you ask.
Such as life, right?
Now, you mentioned in there, when you got out of the restaurant business for a little while, you did music, you were a mechanic. Tell us about the music a little bit.
Well, I played around town a little bit and had a little bit of success with it, but never really made it big time. But some of my friends did pretty well in it, and I got out of music, and then when they kind of slowed down and quit touring, they gave me a call, and we would have jam sessions down here.
At this location?
We just moved the tables out, and usually it was always a Saturday night because I close early on Saturdays. And when we first started, it was so much fun that sometimes we'd play all night. And then we found out real quick how old we were, and we couldn't do that.
All night, so like till like 9 o'clock you went?
Yeah, that's it now. But anyway, we did different genres of music, depending on who showed up, what music we did, and we just really had a great time at it. We don't get to do it anymore, or I don't. Most of the other guys are still playing, but I don't play anymore, so we kind of put a damper on things.
Sure, but that's a nice little. The vibe always stays, as far as I'm concerned. If there's music history at a place, it seems to still resonate years after the music, has stopped being played. There's just a different vibe. You find old venues, you go eat. This used to be a ballroom, or this used to be this. You can still feel the energy. I'm feeling the energy of that okra right now. Good stuff, my man.
Very, very good.
I'm eating all his okra. Here, have them.
Touched.
And he will too. So eat your tots.
Those are good as well.
Usually you find if you have a burger for breakfast, you don't eat until dinner again. Maybe a light snack, but I don't even know that sometimes. It's a weird phenomenon. It's like once you get that burger going.
Well, I wish that worked for me.
There's something about a burger with barbecue sauce on it. I don't get to order it too often, but when I do,
Yeah, but you didn't try the smoke real quick before it's gone. Don't let that onion scare you. Little smoke on the burger. I wasn't sure at first, I don't always enjoy barbecue sauce on a burger, but the smoked sauce was different. Smoked sauce was fantastic. So you make that yourself? What's the secret?
Having good cooks.
That's right. Work smarter. I like your style. Ron, what's left? You gonna eat all that? Are you gonna eat that? That's an old prison trick.
there you go.
We clean the plate. It has a very 70s vibe in the best possible way. There's a time, growing up in the 70s where I couldn't wait for that era to end. Didn't look favorably upon it, because we were kids and we were told what to do, or at least I was. Kind of.
But I still am.
Yeah, right? But when I look back on the 70s now, there's this warm, fuzzy feeling, and just turning 50, I look back on it with a lot of fondness and realize what a simple time it was. And so anything that feels comfortable or this has a warmer vibe to it.
Cozier.
Yeah, because unfortunately a lot of places are still stuck in that 90s corporate-y weird, can't wait for that rollover to just but this feels like something I would have come to when I was a kid growing up. And it just got a wholesome vibe to it. So I dig these kind of spots. And your sign
the
too.
trees, too.
Tell me about the sign, because the sign actually reminds me of a place that I forget the name. I think it was called Hilltop. Somewhere outside of Boston, it was a steakhouse and had a big sign like you have. And eventually the place went out of business, and the sign had sat there for the longest, and they finally took the sign down a couple years ago. People were like, oh, it's the last. You have a very unique sign out there. Unfortunately, the great winds of 2018, were you victim to the great wind?
Yeah, we watched a tornado go right across we saw everything go one way, and then pretty soon we saw everything come back. I put all the crew in the walk-in, and I peeked out the door to see what was going on. So
But your sign is it's again it goes it's got that historic old school 70s vibe. Man.
oh yeah,
I love it.
It's
I do love it.
well, it's definitely been there for a long time.
And this place, when did he open this one? And you said it was a Tasty Freeze as well.
Originally, yeah,
Wow.
that's
So
the
it was
little
a piece-
building right there was
So
originally.
they've expanded, yeah, because those were smaller. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
Actually, there was just a drive-through and a walk-up windows in the front, and
That's awesome. It's a lot of little
You know,
legacies.
you look at
going
the
on.
layout here. There's another place up in North Tulsa, the Freeze, which used to be a Tasty Freeze. And as I look at the counter and the way that's set up, it has that same shape to it. The windows in the same spot. It's kind of cool looking at it like that.
Yeah. We even did one in OKC that had a build out like that. That had a similar window. It started off as that little small, cement block,
out.
whatever, and then they just go, we need more, and then it becomes a whole different thing. But deep in there is that original structure. Kind of cool.
Cool, that was delicious.
wonderful. Well, you guys are going to have to come back and try the barbecue.
We'll be back at lunch. We'll see you in an hour.